Welcome to 50 Photos, where every picture tells a forgotten story. If you love history, like this video and subscribe. The crew of the Israeli M3 armored personnel carrier proudly displays a high artistic drawing on the side of their vehicle. This shot from 1973 captures the moment when soldiers, amidst a tense conflict, found time for self-expression and creativity. The drawing became a symbol of the spirit and resilience characteristic of the Israeli army during those times.
A tank patrols the streets during the Detroit riot in Michigan, USA, in 1967. The unrest erupted after police raided an underground establishment where African Americans were present. Mass riots engulfed the city, claiming the lives of 43 people and reflecting the social discontent that was raging across the country. The 1935 photograph captures strongman George Challen from Woolwich and his partner, who demonstratively wraps a metal pipe around his neck. This spectacle draws the attention of onlookers gathered to witness the unusual stunts. George Challen is known for his physical prowess and daring performances that inspired admiration and astonishment. At the Nuremberg trials in 1945, Nazis laugh at a translator's mistake, highlighting their arrogance and disdain for the judicial process. The photograph captures a moment when serious accusations and the tragedy of war become the backdrop for their frivolous behavior. This image serves as a reminder of the importance of justice and accountability. In 1995, Elon Musk, who had not yet become famous, was repairing his BMW with old parts from a junkyard in the USA. This moment highlights his practical approach to life and his desire to use resources with maximum efficiency. Such actions became the foundation of his philosophy in business, where innovation and recycling play a key role. Shinkansen is not just a mode of transport, it is a source of pride for Japan. In 1966, a high-speed network was launched connecting the country's major cities. The first line, built in 5 years between Tokyo and Osaka, proved its effectiveness as early as 1971 when it began to generate profit. Japan became a pioneer in this field by creating a system that significantly improved transportation connections.
The aircraft carrier Independence, after 2 nuclear explosions. San Francisco, 1951. Launched in 1942, it was used as a target for atomic weapon tests at Bikini Atoll in 1946. After the explosions, the carrier remarkably remained intact, but by 1951, it became clear that it could not be decontaminated, and it was sunk near the Farallon Islands at a depth of 790 meters. Adolf Hitler, as a student at the School of Arts in 1936, is immersed in the world of painting. His passion for this activity was so great that he dreamed of becoming an artist. Despite setbacks in his career, Hitler continued to paint, preferring to depict urban landscapes. These hobbies remain little-known facts about his life.
In 1942, American female students in New York were engaged in creating military posters. These posters served as an important propaganda tool, inspiring patriotism and support for the war efforts. The creative approach of women in wartime became a symbol of their resilience and dedication.
An American soldier is in a Nazi prisoner of war camp in Limburg in 1945. This moment highlights the horrific conditions faced by prisoners of war and their struggle for survival during difficult times when humanity often gave way to brutality.
The early 20th century was marked by the construction of a log trestle bridge over McBride Creek, north of Columbia City in Columbia County, Oregon. The photograph, taken no earlier than March 1902, shows a 50-ton Climax locomotive, which was actively used for logging, demonstrating progress in the region's industrialization. The entire crew of the Boeing B-29 heavy bomber Waddy's Wagon 1944. This aircraft played a crucial role in the strategic bombings on the Pacific Front. Unfortunately, the crew would perish in January 1945 when their bomber was shot down during a mission to destroy a Japanese aircraft factory.
During a break in the filming of the movie 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea in Los Angeles in 1953, a diver enjoys some leisure time. To create this masterpiece, Disney built a massive tank that became the stage for underwater adventures. The film, which became iconic in the adventure genre, won 2 Academy Awards for visual effects and art direction. In 1939, archaeologists were conducting excavations near the city of Veracruz in Mexico, where a giant stone head created by the Olmec people was discovered. This finding became an important milestone in the study of ancient civilizations, as the Olmecs left behind many mysteries, and this head only highlights their artistic achievements and culture.
The photograph from 1924 captures ladies adorned in special rubber beauty masks. These unusual devices were designed to smooth the skin and remove wrinkles, which was extremely popular at the time. Women aspired to achieve perfect appearances, and such masks became symbols of fashion and self-care.
2 ladies in swimsuits walk past the judges of a beauty contest in France in 1937. The judges, disguised and incorruptible, symbolize honesty and fairness in the fashion world. This moment illustrates not only the spirit of the time, but also the struggle of women for recognition and respect in society. On the roof of a children's shelter in Brazil in 1966, children abandoned by their parents look at the world with hope and sadness. Their faces are full of contemplation, and their eyes reflect longing for their loved ones. This photograph illustrates the challenging fates of children in difficult life situations and raises important questions about child protection and care for the future.
In 1943, a weekly ration plan was created in the United Kingdom for 2 people. During wartime, when resources were limited, the ration was carefully planned. It included essential foods to meet minimum nutritional needs and support the health of the population. In Paris in 1944, A woman accused of having ties with German officers faced severe punishment. She was shaved bald and taken to the commandant's office. This scene illustrates the brutality of a time when collaboration became a social taboo. Such actions became part of post-war justice, which, though harsh, reflected the anger and suffering of society. In the streets of Amsterdam during the 1920s, one could witness live advertisements. These were unusual promotions where actors and actresses captured the attention of passers-by towards products and services. This advertising approach was innovative and allowed brands to stand out against competitors. Iranian mullahs heading to the front in the 1983 are depicted against the backdrop of the burning Iraqi oil port of al-Bakr. This photograph serves as a testament to how war affects religious leaders and ordinary citizens, drawing them into a conflict that impacts the entire nation. In 1971, an unusual beauty contest took place in Istanbul, where the main focus of evaluation was the contestants' legs. This event attracted the attention of both local audiences and tourists, who watched the competition with great interest. The participants showcased not only their physical attributes, but also their self-confidence, which became an important aspect of this contest. In 1935, a competition among ladies for the most elegant way to smoke cigarettes took place in Paris. Participants showcased their best outfits, as well as stylish manners of handling cigarettes, reflecting the fashion trends of the time and conceptions of feminine elegance. During the flooding in London in 1975, a mounted police officer patrols a submerged street, striving to ensure the safety of the citizens. This unique moment illustrates how law enforcement adapts to extraordinary circumstances. The mounted patrol not only fulfilled its duty, but also became a symbol of reliability and the presence of authority in difficult times. The year 1888 is remembered for the tragic shipwreck off the coast of Great Britain. This incident marked an important milestone in maritime history, revealing numerous safety issues at sea. Many lives were lost, and this case left a deep impression on the memories of those who experienced this catastrophe. In 1913, Native Americans reviewed photographic film, marking an important moment in preserving their culture and identity. These photographs captured unique aspects of their lives and traditions, as well as serving as evidence of the changes occurring within their communities. In Germany in 1932, courses were held to teach public speaking skills. People were eager to develop their public speaking abilities in order to better convey their thoughts and ideas to an audience. This period became an important milestone in the preparation of future leaders and speakers. Leo Fender, who created the famous guitar brand, never learned to play the instrument, despite his genius in design. In 1960, he became a symbol of the music industry in the USA, yet remained away from the stage. His guitars, including the Fender Stratocaster, became iconic, forever changing the sound of rock music. London after the German air raid, 1940. The city is experiencing the terrible consequences of the aerial warfare known as the Battle of Britain. During these battles, the Germans lost around 2,100 of their best pilots, which became one of the key reasons for their subsequent failures on this front. In the Piazza di Siena in Rome in 1935,
small fascists proudly march under the guidance of Benito Mussolini. Their uniforms strictly conform to the regime's ideology, and an aura of national unity hangs in the air. This image reflects the cultural and political climate of the time when youth were actively engaged in political propaganda. In 1920, sailors aboard the ship Garsneed worked on the mast during a storm to ensure the vessel's safety. Their bravery and professionalism were crucial in coping with the inclement weather and preserving the integrity of the ship, underscoring the dangers of maritime life.
In 1936, a window washer worked at the height of the Empire State Building in New York. His job required not only professionalism, but also courage. The view of the city from such heights offered stunning vistas, but the dangers were very real. These workers became a symbol of humanity's aspiration to reach new heights, both in a metaphorical and literal sense.
The youth trend of the 1950s in the USA became a symbol of romance and status. If a girl wears a dog collar on her left ankle, it signifies that she has a boyfriend. In contrast, a strap on the right ankle signals that she is looking for a new suitor. This fashionable accessory became a kind of language of youth culture, reflecting the social norms and trends of the time. A men's beauty contest in Vienna in 1926 became a true sensation, attracting public attention and becoming an important part of the city's cultural life. Beauty contests at that time were not only entertainment, but also a way to showcase the style and aesthetics of the era.
In 1930, men raised a Viking runestone in Berga, Sweden. The stone bears the names Svarting, Gudmund, Skare, and Knut. This stone was erected in memory of their father, Otrig, who perished in Gudva's retinue. Runestones are an important element of Viking culture and served not only as monuments, but also as a means of conveying history and traditions. An unusual event took place at the famous Boleyn Ground Stadium in London in 1930. A baby was passed over the heads of the spectators so that he could take a place closer to the field. This spectacle drew the attention of those gathered, demonstrating how sporting events unite people and create an atmosphere of togetherness. The stadium has witnessed many such moments, which are etched in the memories of fans. In 1957, a Dodge car in the USA amazed with its incredibly spacious trunk, measuring 1.8 meters wide. This feature became one of the main factors of the model's appeal, as the car's capacity met the needs of families and travelers seeking comfort and convenience on their journeys. The German postcard, Swahili Women from Tanzania, 1891. In 1885, a 29-year-old German named Karl Peters landed on the shores of Tanzania. He quickly made agreements with the leaders of 12 tribes regarding a protectorate, which meant their submission to German authority. These events laid the foundation for a colonial policy that changed the lives of the local population and influenced the region's development in the future. In this photograph, German soldiers on the front lines of World War I
assist in removing warm clothing from an observer who descended from a great height in 1915. This moment illustrates how human kindness intersects with the brutality of war, showing that even in the toughest times, care for one another prevails. In 1918, a wooden mock-up of a British tank was created in Germany. This training device was designed for teaching rookie artillerymen who needed to get accustomed to its size and features. The mock-up became an important tool in troop preparation, demonstrating how even in wartime, training and preparation remain at the forefront. In 1952, American soldiers stationed in Korea sent a New Year's greeting. This gesture created warmth and a connection with loved ones despite the difficult conditions of military life. Letters and greetings were an important way to maintain morale and spirit among soldiers, reminding them of home and their families.
In 1963, a unique nightclub opened in Paris, where each visitor could choose the music they wanted to dance to. This was a time of freedom of expression and cultural explosion, when people sought new forms of leisure and communication, liberating themselves from strict norms and rules.
Cheetah hunting in British India in 1895 was not just a pastime, but also a status symbol among the British aristocracy. The photograph captures hunters eagerly pursuing their prey, while cheetahs, showcasing their incredible speed, demonstrate their hunting skills. This snapshot transports us to the colonial era and illustrates how nature was perceived at that time.
Hunters killing sea lions on St. Paul Island, Alaska, 1890s. This process was part of the traditional hunting practices of indigenous peoples, but over time it led to a significant decline in the sea lion population, raising concerns among ecologists and human rights advocates about nature conservation. Paris, 1944. The city that became a symbol of freedom and resistance is going through difficult times. In the midst of World War II, the sounds of struggle fill the streets and the buildings bear the marks of battle. However, amidst the destruction and chaos, Parisians do not lose hope. They gather in the streets to greet the Allied soldiers, dreaming of peace and restoration. This historic moment demonstrates how the courage and resilience of people can overcome even the toughest challenges. In 1911, the first serial model of a cardiograph was released in England by the Cambridge Scientific Instrument Company. This device recorded heart rhythms using a projection optical recorder on light-sensitive tape. Buckets of saline solution were used for connection, into which the patient placed their hands and foot, allowing for highly accurate cardiogram recordings.
The suspension railway in Wuppertal, Germany, built in 1913, continues to operate to this day, becoming a symbol of engineering ingenuity and progress. It impresses with its unique design that allows trains to travel above the city streets. This mode of transport has become a convenient and reliable way for locals to move around.
On the roof of the Boeing factory in the United States in 1944, a fake city was created that was used for pilot training. This unusual structure became part of the military strategy, simulating urban conditions to prepare for air operations during World War II.
The Fire Brigade in Istanbul, 1,870. These brave individuals fought against the flames, risking their lives to save others. Old photographs show them working in unison, using primitive equipment. The fire service of that time was a true support for the city, and their heroism remained in the shadows until the time came to appreciate their labor and selflessness. In this photograph, New York police are brutally beating two men during a gay rights march in 1970. This incident became a symbol of the fight for LGBT rights and the uncompromising struggle against discrimination that continues to be relevant today. The Catalan government, imprisoned by Republicans in Spain in 1934, symbolizes the repression of political opponents. The photograph captures the arrested leaders who became victims of political persecution. This historical moment highlights the complex relationships between various political forces that existed in Spain during the early 20th century. President Wilhelm Miklas inspects the troops of his country in Austria in 1936. The image shows Italian armored cars, Caro CV 3/33, which were used to strengthen combat positions. The crew of the armored car consists of 2 people, and the armament includes 2 machine guns. This moment reflects Austria's aspiration to reinforce its armed forces in the face of impending global changes. Workers increase the height of the Berlin Wall with barbed wire in West Germany in 1961. The wall, which divided East and West Berlin, became a symbol of the Cold War. The increase in its height signified the growing tensions between East and West, as well as attempts to prevent citizens from fleeing East Berlin. In Berlin in 1945, a Russian officer sells a wristwatch to an American soldier. This moment became a symbol of change, as wars gave way to new relationships between former adversaries. The watch, as an object, became a link between cultures, reflecting people's desire for normalization of life after conflict. Santa Claus enters Bibbiena, Italy in 1944 on a tank with Allied troops. This unusual moment became a symbol of hope and celebration for the liberation of Europe from fascist occupation. The tanks and soldiers brought joy and confidence to the local residents about the imminent end of the war. In the 1940s, a service of mounted librarians was established in the United States, dedicated to delivering books to the most remote settlements. These dedicated individuals used horses to navigate challenging routes, ensuring access to literature for those living far from major cities and libraries. Soviet prisoners of war captured during World War II are working at the BMW factory in Munich in the 1940s. Their clothing, marked with the letters SU, signifying the Soviet Union, becomes a symbol of lost freedom and the harsh conditions under which they were forced to labor for the enemy. In Delaware, USA, in 1973, a student and a teacher sit on the steps of a school after an anonymous call about a possible mass armed attack. This is a troubling time when the safety of students has become a priority. The atmosphere is filled with tension, and everyone is waiting for a response from the authorities. Aware of the importance of protection and ensuring peace in the educational institution.
In 1922, in the state of Kentucky, USA, a National Guard tank was used to destroy equipment intended for the illegal production of moonshine. This event became a symbol of the fight against alcohol smuggling in the post-war years when Prohibition was enacted, and many people tried to circumvent it by creating underground distilleries for alcohol production. In 1949, in Spain, training sessions for bullfighters were held as they prepared for upcoming bullfights. This process involved studying techniques, physical preparation, and the development of courage, as the work of a bullfighter requires not only skill, but also the ability to handle emotional tension and risk. Winston Churchill is photographed in 1942 speaking on the world's first portable radio, the Galvin SCR 536. This innovative technology, introduced at Fort Jackson, enabled him to communicate with military and civilian personnel, marking a significant advancement in communication methods. In Los Angeles during the 1950s, makeup lessons transformed into a true art form. Women gathered in cozy studios to master the secrets of cosmetics and style. These sessions not only helped them look beautiful, but also created a space for communication and experience exchange. Each lesson was filled with laughter, friendship, and a desire for self-improvement. In 1908, in Scotland, members of a ladies' climbing club gathered to showcase their skills on the rock face. These women, striving for an active lifestyle and breaking stereotypes, inspired others to follow their example and actively engage in sports despite the constraints of their time. In 1963, an experiment was conducted in Italy to teach students under hypnosis. Students were put into a trance and listened to a recorded lesson through headphones. This unusual teaching method sparked interest and debate among educators as it opened new horizons in understanding information perception and absorption in an altered state of consciousness. Nuclear tourism at the test site in Nevada, USA, became a real phenomenon in the 1950s. From 1951 to 1992, 928 nuclear devices were tested here, of which 828 were underground. This era was marked by research and experiments that had a huge impact on the development of nuclear energy and military science.